Hey everybody, we're back. It's Board Bob here, and welcome back to Factorio Modded. Um, right off the bat, as you can see, we finished our last research and we've kind of built up a little bit. I did a bit of a walkabout just to kind of get an idea of where things lie, um, just to kind of figure out where I'm gonna block things off and what have you. It looks to me like we're probably going to wall here, here, and here for the time being, and then probably come up here or something like that, and give us this space right in here to have some freedom of movement and not have to worry too much about the biters. Now, of course, because this is the train map, we don't have to worry about these biters coming in and moving into our area. So I don't think we have to worry right away about it, but that's where we're going to plan to build walls when the time comes. We're not looking too bad right now with pollution. It looks like we got a biter or a spawner, possibly a worm out there. Who knows? It might very well be a turret for that matter, because we got some turrets down here. But they're out away from us a little ways, so we got a little bit of time for that. So let's go back here and look at, of course it's dark. You know what? Let's put down a light. The one light we have found, is it not? Oh, of course I didn't put it next to the electric. Figures. Alright, so there we go. I mean, that's not much. Let's see if we got some down here in the other ones. That maybe we've picked up some extra odds and ends lights. It does not look like it. Looks like that's the only one we've managed to pick up from somewhere. Alright, well, that'll get us started. It's not going to be dark for that much longer. So, let's go ahead and research. So, let's see. Let's get it started on our oil processing. The reason I want to do that is oil processing will then give us plastics. Plastics will give us advanced electronics, and then advanced electronics will open up advanced material processing for us, and we'll be able to do electric furnaces, which means we won't have to deal with trying to pipe coal into our smelting area, and that'll kind of bump up our ability to create plate, because we won't have to only use half the belt. So I want to. Oops, we did. Of course, we said it, but we didn't do it. Research. All right. So one of the things that we noticed last time around. Now we've stopped researching for a little bit. Excuse me. So we were able to, build up at least a little bit of science, but we're only producing one factory's worth of science each. So what I thought I'd do is we'll go ahead and we'll kind of get that science going again. Now there's not a lot of room here. I didn't plan for it, what have you. This was just kind of thrown down. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to throw that down there. I'm going to take a chest, and we're going to put a chest right here, and we're going to go like this, and that'll do that. And then if we come from right cheer to right cheer, and then we just run a belt down to it. Oops, one too many. And put that there. We can then come out of here onto a belt, set this up for green, and do we want to do it that way? Can we do it that way? Nah, we can't really do it that way. We'll do it with two poles. There we go. So now should give us an extra production for our green. Should keep us stocked in our green. We can go over here and pretty much do exactly the same thing for our red. Let's see, 1, 2, and we will throw that in there, throw that in there, throw that in there, and oops, we're going to move it over a little bit. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. We'll put it here. Alright. And then we'll here, there, and there. There we go. So now we just throw down a pole there, throw down a pole there, and that should double up our Science Pack 1 production. Looks like it's, yeah, there we go. Alright. So now we got her going. That'll keep us in science for a while, as we research other things. So in that walkabout, I went around and I picked up what was available, which means that I was able to pick up a few more drills, mining drills. I'm going to go over here and we're going to set them down on the stone. Not that we are hurting for stone yet, but we are going to want walls. So we're going to want to start looking at producing walls. And let's see, there and there. There we go. Alright, that's got her going. So now, for walls we need bricks, right? So why don't we go ahead and start looking at producing bricks? You know what? Let's bring this down this way, right? And we'll grab these. Oops, where'd they go? They're there. All right. Boom. Yeah, go down a little further. Boom. Boom. Right, right. And then we'll want a second set of belts to come up this way to supply our coal, because we're just going to glom onto our coal over here. And bring it right straight over and up. Alright. Nice having all those labs, isn't it? Alright, so let's see. That gives us plastic, right? That's what we wanted next, was plastic. There we go. There's our plastic. Boom, boom, boom. And belt. And now we need long-handed. Where's our long-handed? Do we have any more long-handed, or we gotta make some more? We may be out of long-handed. We are, in fact, out of long-handed. So we will make some more. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Alright, so 5 long-handed. There we go. Boom. Man, that is so nice. I'm sorry, it's still nice to be able to not have to lay down a factory just to craft something that you want to craft in hand. That is so nice. So we will throw one down here and one down here, and that gets that going. Right, and then let's move this. Alright, so now we need to go, let's go there, and there, and there, there, and we're going to tell both of these they are going to make walls, right? And then There we go. And then we want this. And we want that. And we want that. And can we move that? Not conveniently, I guess. Oh well, that's okay. Just use another one. Alright, so that should start giving us walls. We should start getting a bunch of walls in. Let's grab out all of this junk stone. And all of this, you know what, let's just grab all the junk ore and go ahead and stick it somewhere, shall we? So, stone, coal, stone, coal, stone, coal, Steve Austin, stone, coal. Did you guys catch that? I'm being stupid, I know. Dad jokes. Dad jokes, I'm guilty. Dad jokes all the time. I have to subject you guys to them because I can't subject my kids to them because my kids are grown and gone. So, you guys reap the benefits. Haha. And let's dump this red science in one of these. There we go. Let's get rid of the labs that we have extras of now. What else can we dump down for now to get out of our hands? The wood? Yeah, let's get rid of the... I think we got... Well, you know what? We need some poles. Let's make some more poles first. We don't need the storage tanks. We can get rid of them for right now. Which means we can get rid of the pipe and the elbows. Boop, boop, boo. The fish we're going to keep because who knows, we might need fish. We might need a bit of sustenance to heal. Let's grab this. Now that we've got a fair number of rounds, and let's put a let's say we put 100 in each of them. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put 100 in each of them now. We took that one up, so let's put it down somewhere over here. We got one over here. Can we reach it from here? No, of course we can't. Reach from here though. There we go. Let's see where the other one is. We only got 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe we'll put one here and one over here somewhere. Sounds like a plan. All right, so let's drop one down here somewhere. 100. And do one here. 100. And we'll do one here. And that should take care of 1, 2, any door-to-door salesman that we got coming by. Unless, of course, they're selling lions, in which case, hey, why not, right? We will take lions. All right, there we go. So now we have a bit of coverage, generally speaking. We got some holes, who cares? Like I say, we shouldn't see too much activity. All right, so what next, guys? Well, let's see. What can we build? What can we automate? I kind of, in some ways, I want to wait until I get the better furnace is going, simply by virtue of the fact that if we're going to set up for them, why not set up for them? But in the meantime, I suppose we can start looking at what we're going to do for our bulk production for our main bus, I guess. Well, not really main bus this time around, because this time we're gonna concentrate on using trains. So we're gonna have a train line coming down through here, and one probably diagonally here or across and up diagonally. So this is where our iron patch is. Just looking to see where we're probably going to start looking at setting up our smelting production for this. And I'm thinking, because we've got the copper here, we've got the iron here, if we set it up in either this area or this area up here, it's out of the way of any railroad that we might have coming through here. I actually kind of like the idea of maybe putting it up here. Reason being that this is water up here. It does create pollution, so that's one direction that we're not going to have to worry so much about. So maybe we'll put it up in this area up here, I think, is where we're going to start looking at putting that main smelting area. Let's see what we got up here that is in our way, because I know we have trees. But I think the trees clear out just past this stone, so we have this whole area here that we can really kind of start planning for our smelting area. The other reason that I'm really kind of waiting on the smelting area is I want to change up my layout. Normally I do the standard starter layout, which is this, this, oops, boy, I screwed that up already. This layout here, where we feed in a belt with there it is, research. So we feed in a half a belt of ore and a half a belt of coal. We pick it off and we bring it down the middle. I kind of want to get away from that, because then once we switch into the electric furnaces, that setup, it's still okay, but but I was looking, and I have to go back and look at exactly how he has it set up, but I kind of am wondering if the throughput is considerably better on the setup that Joe Mama has, and I believe his setup, generally speaking, is kind of something like this, with the furnaces spaced, well, obviously room for an inserter, like this. And I'm wondering if, even though it takes up the same general footprint area-wise, I'm wondering if the throughput is better because you're really only feeding to 3 instead of 6. So if I was feeding to 6 and they were going this way, this guy and this guy may not see ore if my ore gets low, whereas this way they're more likely to see at least a little bit of ore. So I'm wondering if ultimately that increases my throughput. And then I believe, and I could be wrong, he just basically comes back like this, or something along these lines. Like I say, I gotta look at it, but I want to try it. I want to see if this works better for me than what I've been setting up in the past. Now, obviously, the spacing here is going to be different because we're shooting for the electric furnaces before we start doing this. So that's kind of my plan, and I want to kind of experiment. The other thing I want to do, because I don't know either, and I've kind of wondered myself. Now I know with belts, like if I've got some place where I need a lot of ore coming in, and I got one belt coming in, I'm limited to how much that belt can carry. If I've got like a big field, like say I've got this iron down here and I got a big field of it and I'm trying to produce a lot, I'm limited. If I put one belt down, I'm limited to what that belt can carry, regardless of how big that iron source is. So if you saw in the last series, there towards the end, I ended up doubling up my belts coming from my resource patches. So I know that increases my throughput. But the question that I have, and that Joe Mama has asked a number of times, is that the same case with pipes? In other words, if I have two pipes running to the same source, from a source to a source, to one location to another, is that going to increase my throughput, or am I pissing in the wind? So I'm curious as well if that's the case. So I want to go ahead. I want to do a little bit of experimentation with that. So I'm going to have to, now that we've got fluids, we'll have to build some more pipes. Actually, I don't know that we have fluid handling yet. Do we? Yeah, we have fluid handling yet because we got refining. So now we of course have fluid handling. We're almost on advanced electronics, which is going to give us the ability to make red circuits, which will give us the ability to make our Science Pack 3s, which is what's going to open up our advanced material processing and the electric furnaces. So we're going to need 250 of the blue Science Packs here shortly, which now we can create by hand, which is nice. We don't have to automate that. We can just bang it out. But I did pick up a few tanks. I did pick up 2 storage tanks. I'm going to want to make some more storage tanks, and I'm going to want to make some more pipes, and I want to run an experiment where I take a tank and I run 2 lines out of it, one out of each of the inputs, and then hook them into the other tank and see if that fills faster than a single line to each one. And I want to see if that balances out quicker, because if it does balance out quicker, then we know the throughput is faster. So I want to check it out. So that's something we're going to want to do. So we're almost done this advanced electronics, and then we can start looking at our red circuits. Now for red circuits, we're going to need the plastic bars. So we may as well go ahead, because for plastic bars, for plastic bars we need coal and petroleum gas, so we might as well at least build a refinery. Now that we have the ability to, we need to build ourselves a refinery. I think I picked up a couple of pump jacks, maybe I didn't, but it looks like what we need. Alright, there we go. So now, while we're doing this, while we're prepping for it, what else can we do that we can just go ahead and grab? You know what? Concrete, because we're going to want it. Alright, so let me grab some of these bricks so that we can make ourselves a refinery. How many do we need? Alright, we got enough to make a refinery. We got enough to make a chem plant. We need 2 chem plants at least, I think. So that'll give us that. Let's make a pump jack. That'll get us enough plastic started. Do we have any pump jacks over here? Did we find any? Did we pick any up? Does not look like we did. but that's okay. Now, where is our oil? We have oil over here next to the biters. Do we have any other oil that we can not have to deal with biters? We got oil here, but there's biters there. Figures. We don't have any oil close that we don't have to deal with biters, but I'd rather deal with them here, I think. Well, we don't need a lot of oil. We just need enough to get started. Just to get some plastic. Alright, you know what? We'll pipe it over from there, I guess. We'll grab it there. Alright, so we're going to need pipe. Regardless, we're going to need pipe. Let's get some pipe. Alright. Any pipe here? Yes, we got pipe. We got pipe. And we got pipe. And we need poles. We need the steel because we're going to need big poles. And we're going to want that, and we're going to want some ammo. And we're probably going to want some walls. Got some walls. Okay. So, let's make a couple more pump jacks. Just because we can. Let's make some big electric poles because we can. And we'll make some medium electric poles because we can. You know what? Let's make some lights too. There we go. Alright. So, and then we're going to want a bunch more pipe. A bunch more elbows. So that's the one thing we are definitely going to need. So let's grab up some of this iron. And make more pipe. Really? That's all? That's sad. Alright. That should get us started. Alright? Right. So let's go over here. Where is that? That's ooh, that's a long ways, man. Of course, some biters. That's a lot of biters over there. You sure there's no oil closer? Man. Alright. So do we go over here and just kind of grab a couple of these and hope the biters leave us alone? Let's see. You know what? Let me measure this here. You know what? Distance-wise, it's the same. I just kind of finger measured it, and it looks like it's pretty much the same distance either way. It doesn't matter, I guess, at that point. So let's walk over here and hook it up to this one. I want that concrete, but I can't pick it up yet. Because we got to research concrete, I think, before I can fake concrete in my hand, and you can't pick up until you have concrete, I think, set in your hand. So yeah, need to make a shotgun too, so we can get through the woods. Need at least a shotgun. Alright. Oh, what the heck? What the— oh, because there used to be something there. I was wondering what the heck blew me up, or tried to blow me up. Let's see if these guys are going to shoot at me. Yes, they are. Alright. Well, that is why we have these. Thank you, fishies. We might as well pick these up while we're here, right? Let's see if they'll blow me up. I have a feeling that at some point we're going to have to add a recycling mod, because you know what, this will point out where they are. Alright, so we got one up there in the woods. all these things that all this stuff that we're picking up from the Ruins mod, after a while, some of it's going to be useless. So I think it would be nice, since we're not going to use it for the purposes of employing it, if you will, I think it might be nice to be able to recycle it and at least get the materials out of it. What do you think? Can we make any more pump jacks? We can make 2 more. Let's make 2 more. Alright. So, while we're at it, let's grab these walls and let's fence ourselves off a little bit, right? Might as well. And I know I'm making inside corners. I preached about not making inside corners last game, and generally that is true. But the reason I'm doing inside corners now is because this is only temporary. We're not going to keep this. This is just to get us some oil going, simply so we can have plastic, because we need the red circuits, and we need the red circuits for the research for the blue science packs. There we go. Right. So now let's just throw down a couple of turrets, just to kind of protect ourselves from the random biters that might come and visit. Oop. I never did close that wall back. There we go. And that should be enough. So let's put in 10. Ten ought to be plenty. For any of these. There we go. Alright, so now let's get her all hooked up here, shall we? I think we're going to come even with that one. There we go. How's that look? And then we need pipe, straight pipe. Straight pipe. We have no straight pipe? Alright, fine. Now we have straight pipe. And there we go. So straight pipe, straight pipe, straight pipe. What are you doing? You're in the wrong direction. There we go. Straight pipe. Right, looks like everything's connected. It's all connected. Is it? Yes, it looks like it's all connected. Alright. So now we just need power. I got the power. And not quite, huh? Alright, fine. How about here? And no, ain't gonna do it. Alright, fine. Fine. There we go. Alright. So. Do we want to do that one? And we're out of them. Well, not a problem. We can make more. And boom. Alright, now all we gotta do is go back and run the pipe. Don't run into trees. Don't run into trees. Oops, too far. Dummy. Alright, we're out of pipe. Well, we're out of curved pipe. And can we make more? No, because we don't have any more iron plate with us. But that's alright. If that's the only thing we're missing, we're doing good. I lost my brain a long time ago, so that's, you know, the price you pay. There we go. Now we can make plenty of elbows. Get over there, we get this hooked up, we'll get back, we'll put the refinery in, and we'll take the couple of tanks that we have and set them down and maybe make a couple more tanks, hopefully, and start making plastic. And our timing's pretty good because we're getting pretty close to being done with our current research. Speak of the devil. Figures. Can we move that up one and still keep connected? Good. Fine. That ought to be enough. One would think. Alright, there we go. Are they running? They are running. Now we got oil. Alright. How much? 100? 50, 50, 50, 50. That doesn't give us shotgun yet, though, does it? That, yeah, well. No, but it does give us grenades. I like grenades. I like grenades. They're great for clearing the forest. Come on. Damn trees, get out of the way. And we're gonna want some tanks. So let's build some tanks while we're walking over. Go out walking after midnight. Engine. I like engine. Engine eventually gives us car. Car lets us move around faster. Alright, so where is our refinery? So there's our refinery, and there's our Gazinta, and these are our 3 Gazatas. So, let's see. Oops. Are we out? Yes, we are. Okay. Come on. Right. Right. 1, 2, 3. Right. Right. Okay. So now we want. Oh, I want to buy. There it is. All right. So let's do this, because I don't really care at the moment about efficient layout, as you can tell. I just care about getting it on the ground and getting it going. We can worry about layout later when we have that luxury. So there we go. That'll start filling them up, and then we can do plastic, and plastic needs petroleum gas and coal. So there's our petroleum gas, and what do we do it in? Plastics are done in, yes, plastics are done in a chemical plant. So if we put our chemical plant there, we tell it we want plastic, yes, okay, and boink, boink. Now we just need some coal, right? Right. Do we have a splitter? No, but you know what we do have? We have this, and we can put that right there. And then we can do this. As ugly as it is, it works. Right? Right. Now let's make sure we have enough storage room that we don't get bogged down in the interim, right? There we go. Alright, so what else do we need for the red circuits? We need plastic, we need green circuits, which we're making, we need copper wire, which we're making, we're okay there. That will give us the blue, because we need engines, which we are working on, and we need mining drills, which we can make. So blue, we need 1 mining drill per. And what we're shooting for is this, which is 250. So we need 250 mining drills. Yay. Seems to me, yeah, it's over here. You know what? Let's take our limitation off of that now. How many mining drills can we make? 28. Well, 28's better than nothing, right? So we'll get that started while we're doing something else. Alright, so let's see what we got here, guys. We got our oil production started. We got our other stuff started. Again, this is sloppy as hell, but it is our seed plant. We are not going to stay here long at all. Especially once we get electronic furnaces. Then we're going to really kind of ramp up our production and get everything laid out. But that got us going. So we're going to want to what? Well, we're going to want engines as soon as we can get that. We have not made a shotgun yet. Let's make a shotgun. So that's plates, gears, copper, and wood. We got copper. We need iron. Let's grab some iron. There we go. Now we can make one. And we can make a few shotgun shells. So let's get that started. So that's all on our list of things that we're in the process of making. So I think that is going to do us for now. Looks like we are still a little bit behind on our green, mainly because we just stole a bunch of iron, so it's not getting over here to feed this particular factory. What are we not seeing? Why is it not getting... Alright, what if we put this in here? Let's check this. Okay, there it is. It's an iron issue. It's an iron plate issue, which will eventually kind of straighten itself out a little bit once we stop stealing iron back to fill that chest. So there we go. All right, guys. Well, now we are very, very close to electric furnaces, and we can get away from coal for smelting, which is what I wanted to do. I wanted to get that done. I don't want to limit my line by having to do half and half. So there we go. Not too bad for, what is this, our third episode, I guess. We're pretty established now. Big difference between being able to craft in hand and not being able to craft in hand, by all means. So there we go. If you guys have any suggestions on any kind of mods, specifically at this point, I guess, any sort of a recycling mod, definitely interested in checking it out. And any other mods you guys want, man, we'll throw them all in here and see how they work together. Or at least, what we can do. All right, guys. So, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Definitely comment and tell me what you think, and I will talk to you guys later.